Yo, what is going on, guys? So I just woke up. I just actually moved yesterday. Look at my crib, guys. I moved here. Look, I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. I'm so happy. Like I moved to a spot that I really liked, and which is nice because you got the restaurants, you got the mall, and this is where I live, guys. Look at this. This building, like the top floor, like 10 or like 11th floor, so I have a good view. The view's kind of facing this way, you guys can see. So if you look left in the balcony, I'll show you guys when I just go back in. I just came to get water because I did supermarket shopping yesterday. I did grocery shopping yesterday, but I forgot the water, so I got a few things. So I need to go and get that. Getting here, I'm going to Pole, my favorite spot. You guys see me going to Pole before. I'm gonna get water from there, but yeah, man, I want to show you guys. Look at this place. And look at that pretty hot thing behind me. You see that thing? Maybe I should go talk to her. No, you never know. Yeah, guys, so I'm gonna go to Paul, which is that place right there. See that pole? Right, let me show you guys. Let me show you so you know what I'm talking about, Cake bake, guys. Check this out. Cake bake, you know what I'm saying? Cake bake, god damn it. Guys, I am so blessed. When you're blessed, you just talk like that. You just feel so happy, that you moved to the spot that you wanted to move. Guys, always make sure you believe yourself, you work hard, you save some money, and it helps you with, telling me this. You know what I'm saying? Telling me this. Yeah, guys, I just said hi to them and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Hi. Guys, it's really important when you walk into you're gonna walk into a place, always say hi. Always greet people and don't be like a robot, because we have humanity, right? So we have to be like, respectful. So let me see. Evian. You guys see that Evian? Evian. Kirana. Evian. I'm getting Evian, guys. Don't get syrup. There's syrup there. Don't get syrup, because my sister told me that the way they make the syrup, which is the local water, it's really bad. So let me get that. Tamam. Siz mənim kurtkamı tapmamışsınız. Bir siyara kurtkam vardı burada deyəsən qoymuşdum. I'm just asking them if they found. I have a zipper from Billionaire. It's really nice, but like silk. It says Billionaire on, with gold and writing, and it's a gray silk with cotton, mostly silk. I'm just asking them if they have it. Yoxdur. Ha? Yok, biraz olar. Bir 5 olar cəmətən. Yeah, she's gonna check now for me, guys. She just went to check. The lady over there, she just wanted to check for me in the office to see if they have that. Let me pay for this. Let me pay for this. Olar ödeyeyim suya. I'm just asking if I can pay, Can I pay? Pay? Let me pay. 8 manat, guys. 8 manat for water, but for a good water. Evian, you always have to get Evian. Forget about, non-Evian, because they're kind of purified and not just purified. They're not the quality. Why you should get Evian is because they have the most minerals, So when you have Evian, when you look for water, don't just look for pH. pH doesn't matter. Like, don't look for 9.5, 9.2 pH. You could have high pH, but it could have like not enough minerals. Think. So it's all about minerals, So. Sonra ya da ola bilər ki, askimi necə yadımdan çıxarmışdım. Tualetdə qayıtdım, yox idi. Ola bilər ki, burada qoymuşam, kimsə götürüb. Çünki çox gözəl. Məncə götürüblər, kimsə orayıblar da, yəni buradaymış. Çünki çox qəşəng, siyara idi belə parıldayan, belə şolkdan, ipək. Elə heç kim saxlamaz. Ya burada alıb baxım da, ya da orayıblar, ya da başqa yerdə qalır. Soruşacağım bir restorana. Çox sağ ol. Yeah, she said that they don't have it,
No takeaway.
They don't have it, guys, I think so. I think they lost my, they didn't lose it, but they said we don't have it, nothing. So I think someone stole it in Pole, because in Pole it happens a lot. Like I left my sunglasses, the Dolce & Gabbana ones, and they were polarized, guys. I left it in the toilet here, in the restroom, and they when I came back to the toilet, guys, like it wasn't there anymore, you know. But I didn't realize like straight away though, like, oh man, this is cold, man. I hate water cold. Like in the morning when you get cold water, you know, you become you have a stomach ache, like diarrhea, like. Bunun soyuğu olmur. Soyuq olmasın. Çox soyuqdur. Səhər olmaz qarın ağrıyırdı yəni o üçün. O da çox soyuq. Yeah, she's asking if they have something sweet, guys. I don't want room temperature, right? It's too cold, so she's gonna check to the room. Guys, look at this. I can't have none of this, guys, for another like what, 5 months, 6 months. Guys, check this out. Check this out, guys. Wow, check this out. Yok. Oldu. Gözlerim biraz ser. Otak temperatür olsun. You know, she said they don't have it, so I need to wait for it, you know, to warm up, you know. Look at this, guys. Their best meal fillet. I used to have this before I found out that I'm food intolerant to like bread and wheat and all that. So it's really good, bomb. Like, if you guys want to have meal fillet, come here. And then, you know, have these guys right here. They got the best sandwiches, guys. I had the tuna sandwich. You see that tuna sandwich right there? And then they have the turkey sandwich, which is good. I had both. And then we have platine and platine loaf. This nice ass bread, guys. And then we have the multi bread. Guys, their bread is amazing. Look at their bread, like it's just always fresh. And they show you that they're healthy by putting some oranges there, which I can also have. I can't have, unfortunately, oranges, guys. For another like 5 months. Yeah, I can't have none of that stuff. So, thank you, you know. Oh, guys. You know, like starting my day out nice. So good that I woke up early. Let me go check. It's been a while since I actually woke up at 8 and I came out of my place. Like, I'm not kidding, out of my place, my new place now. But it's been a while since I woke up like at 8 and actually left. Because, you know, guys, I'm fighting with the, my livers are like, they have toxins in it from the, you know, I was under anesthesia, local anesthesia, which is really bad for you, for your livers and for your body. Like, it drains you, like, it makes you really exhausted after surgery. You have that for like a year or so, you know. Even when you get treatment, you have to wait for like 6 months, like at least like a year, you know, for it to get better. So, but for me, because I'm young, he said it'll take like maybe like 4 months, you know, 5 months max, like 4 months, around 4 months, rather than like 3 to 4 months, rather than 1 year. There was a lady at the place that I usually go, where they do the test and treatment, and they said, you know what? I had surgery as well, 2 surgeries, right after the second surgery, just like you, Samir, because I had 2 surgeries, right, left and right. She said right after because I was complaining to her, right after the second surgery, that's when I started feeling tired. I started getting really exhausted. Like, as I was doing my physical therapy, those exercises to strengthen my joints and my shoulder, I felt like, wow, I want to just go and take a nap. I felt all of a sudden so exhausted, like my brain wasn't functioning. Like, I had no energy, like I had lack of energy, like really, like I had like negative energy, like not even zero. Like I felt like I can't even stand up. I had to go sleep, and I was so exhausted I couldn't even sleep. So I knew the narcotics. I mean, not the narcotic. Yeah, it's kind of like narco, you know. It's not narco, but it's a drug. It's like a bad, like a narcotic. It makes you feel like nothing. That's why it makes you, you know, you fall asleep. So, yeah, guys, I'm just fighting, guys. The main thing is that you never give up, and you actually go and find out what caused you that. You go to a doctor. So I went to like 3 different doctors in LA. None of them told me what the reason was, and some of them told me to do blood tests, and I did that like twice, 2 different places, and they didn't show nothing. Just because, guys, never believe the blood test. If you have symptoms, right? If you feel like nauseous or for some reason you feel just energy, like you don't have energy, right? And then you go do blood test, your doctor says, or any other place, the clinic where you did the test, they say, oh, everything is fine. But you know it's not fine, because if everything was fine, right? Why are you feeling tired? Blood tests don't mean nothing. Blood tests don't mean nothing. And sometimes they wouldn't give you the right blood test. They'll tell you to do the right test. So you have to always make sure you go to the bottom of it, and you always find out. You do this, you go to this place, that place, until you find an answer. Never give up, guys. It took me 2 years to find out that I have a tear in my shoulder bicep tendon, and I slap tear. They call it slap tear. So I tore my rotator cuff here, and the shoulder biceps tendon. And thank God, here I only tore my shoulder biceps tendon. So I was in the surgery room For this one, for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I was asleep for like 3 hours. And this one only took 1 hour and 20 minutes. This one was 2 hours and 40 minutes. The surgery took 2 hours and 40 minutes. This one did 1 hour 20. That means this was nothing compared to this, and this had a lot of, almost 3 hours, guys. What my mom said that when I came out, my mom said the doctor was so stressed. He was so stressed out, and he was like, he had so much work to do after this surgery, right? Because there was a 3 months in between. So first he did this one, and his reaction after the surgery, he actually, by law, he has to go and speak to your relative, whoever is waiting for you in the surgery room, behind the surgery room, in the waiting area, to see, just in case something happens, he can come back, give you, hey, everything's fine, he's asleep now or something, he's gonna be awake. So that's what he said, and he said he was really stressed out because I had a lot of things. He said there was a lot of work that I did to his shoulder. So that means there was big, and after the surgery, all right, when I went to his office, for checking up and everything, he said to me, Samir, I said, how big was the tear? Because I knew the tear was so big that I had so much excruciating pain. Like, it was so, you couldn't even wait. Like, you couldn't even you can take the pain when you train, even when you don't train. When you put on your jacket, I couldn't even take off my jacket 4 years ago when I was back in London, and when I tore my tendon, because that's where I tore the shoulder biceps tendon. I tore both of my shoulders. I injured them in London, so I couldn't even put a jacket on. So I knew there was a big tear, and after 2 years, guys, it took me so much money, time, patience. I had the physical therapist, right? It helped me a little bit. I went back to training, it was fine, but after some while, maybe I had a personal trainer too. But after like 5-6 months, guess what? I had pain. So I had to stop and get physical therapists and not do anything for train, but for 4 months, 5 months, don't do any chest or shoulder, because I had so much pain I couldn't do it. I was in arms, only biceps, a little bit triceps sometimes. Triceps used to hurt me. Back, biceps, abs, and legs, and just basically no shoulders and no chest and no triceps. Guys, that's just 3 muscles, the main muscles in your upper body. So I was just doing arms, biceps, not just arms, biceps, and I was doing, guess what? Legs and back. That's it. That's all I could do. Guys, it was so hard for me. It was so difficult for me. I was depressed. I was crying. There was times when I was crying. I wasn't crying 24/7, but I was crying inside in my heart, even though I wasn't crying. I was so depressed. I had so many big goals. When I moved to LA, I wanted to become, I believed, bro, guys, I'll show you my pictures of my physique. I looked better than Arnold Schwarzenegger. My legs were better. My arms were bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger. My chest was as big as his, or I would say a bit better, a bit more rounder, wider, because I'm a bit taller than him. I'm 191 centimeters, which is 6'3", and he was 6'2" or 6. Yeah, he was 6'2". So I'm like an inch and a half taller than him, which means my chest, obviously, when I grow my chest, when I maximize my chest and make it the fullest, the biggest, of course it's gonna be bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger because I'm taller than him. So the same thing with another person. If there is somebody else who's a little bit taller than me, he can look bigger than me. He can make a bigger chest because he has more space. The taller you are, the more space you have, muscle space you have. So guys, yeah, man, it was so difficult for me to recover, and it took me 2 years, guys. And you know how much money I spent? It took so much effort. I never gave up. I never gave up, guys. If you have injury and if you believe you are born for bodybuilding, or just want to do it for yourself, even whether you work, have a business, but bodybuilding and fitness, bro, you have to always train, do fitness. You have to exercise. It makes you happy. It cures your depression. It cures your depression when you exercise. So guys, always make sure that you exercise. Number one thing when you wake up in the morning, have a glass of water, 2 glasses of water, do your cardio, and then have your breakfast, whatever, and then do the weights. Don't train an empty stomach. Like, you can, but don't do legs and stuff. Just do light workout, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. Best thing is cardio. When you do faster cardio, when you fast, do cardio, because then it uses your fat, because you haven't put anything in your body, so it uses your fat because you fasted. It uses something slow, which is fat, to burn it. So it's going to use your fat as an energy to burn. So which is going to lean you out. It's going to get rid of the fat. And then you're going to come home. You're going to have your breakfast. If you have cardio machine at home, treadmill at home, I recommend you having a treadmill, or a treadmill, like a V-cycle. V-cycle is better for your knees. Running is really bad. It destroyed a lot of people's knees, and they had surgeries. They had to do surgeries, knee surgeries, because they run on the look on this the asphalt or the bricks. It's really bad for you. It's hard, guys. They're not elastic. Like they're not like it's not a grass or sand. You can run on the sand and grass. Grass is fine. It's soft because it's earth. You know. This is not godly. Look, God didn't create that. I mean, God created everything, but humans designed that and placed bricks. That's why when we fall down, we get injured. Skateboarders, right? They get injured. Why? Because this is not godly. People made that, designed that to make life like cleaner, you know. But it ruins us. It's just stupid. That's why when people run, the runners, they have knee surgeries. They have so much knee pain. I had so much knee pain when I was running with a friend when I was back in Santa Monica, in Ocean Avenue, Ocean Park, whatever. I had so much knee pain after like 2 weeks. I couldn't even get out of bed. I couldn't get out of bed, guys. I couldn't get out. I had so much. I was like swollen, inflamed. And I said, you know what? I realized I'm doing something bad for my body and I should stop. And since I'm tall as well, it's even harder. So never ever, guys. It doesn't matter even if you're short or whatever. I don't care. Don't ruin your health, guys. I love you guys and I care about you. So we have to share everything. That we have to warn each other. We can't keep anything away from each other. Keep a secret inside us. We won't get far. Trust me, God will punish. Like, you're not gonna be successful if you're greedy. If you're giving, God rewards you, guys. Remember that. You have to be giving. You have to be sharing the knowledge that if you see your brother, your sister, or anybody else on the street, your friend, not friend, doesn't matter. If you see that that person is doing something wrong and he might tear his shoulders or something, go quickly, don't be lazy and save him from that. Your actions means a lot. If you don't have actions, right? If your actions are not there, you do nothing. It's like doing something. Doing nothing is a consequence too. So make sure once you see and then you notice somebody is doing something wrong and you look at them, you test them. You see if they keep doing that. If they keep doing that and they look like they don't know what they're doing and they don't know that what they're doing is wrong, what you need to do is tell them, look, as a brother, it's your duty, guys. It's a duty in our humanity to make sure we go and we tell them, hey, bro, you know you're doing this wrong. Hey, do it this way. I'll show you. So my show, about maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was a guy in the gym who was doing the same exercise that got my injury. It tore my tendon. Over time, it took like 3 months. I didn't tear it by one exercise. It takes like more than one try to get yourself injured. So this guy was in the same exercise that got me injured, and guess what? He was almost gonna like snap something, and I realized that he's lifting quite heavy. He was lifting like freaking 80 pounds, you know, which is the same weight I was lifting. You know that that exercise where you take the straight barbell, the small one, the short one, not the long one, and you go like this, right? You raise it up to your chin, you know. So that does like your shoulder, right? So all around, it does like this part, the front delt, side delts, you know, a little bit of back delts, you know, a little bit of front delts. So that I saw him doing that wrong, and I actually went ahead and I actually took that weight, not the same weight, but I took a little bit lighter weight, but even that was like 20 kg, which is like 40 pounds. That was heavy, you know. And I think it was like 20 pounds, 10 kilos, because it's kilos in Baku in Azerbaijan, so they use kilos. And I just felt like, oh, even though I was doing it correctly, and I was raising my elbow with my elbows, and my elbows will have to come to up to your ear. Before, when I got myself injured, I was lifting with my shoulders, so I was stopping here. You have to raise your elbows, not just here. Bring it up to your chin. So, you know, so even when I did that, even my form was right, I felt pain. So guys, there's some exercise, even if I did it myself in London right before I tore my tendon, even if I did it the right way, it would still tear me, because some exercises are just the way they designed, it gives you injuries. Some exercises are more prone to injuries. There's sensitive, there's exercises that are very injury sensitive. That means they're more likely to give you injury, more likely to cause you have an injury than other exercises, such as machines. Machines are more controlled, they're balanced. Especially Techno Gym, they use technology for live fitness, pre-core, Techno Gym. These are these are brands that make make up make these equipments for the gym. Like machines and all that, barbells and stuff. So Techno Gym is the best, guys. I've used Techno Gym. You don't really feel that much pain, because they use technology. The latest technology will always make sure that when you exercise, it doesn't make you use your shoulders, because it's so balanced and it's so well planned, so designed in a way, and they did they experimented, right? So with people, they have to experiment it first. So when they experimented it, they noticed that, oh yeah, it doesn't hurt my shoulder, man. That means the technology was right. They have to use technology to make something. Nowadays, come on, guys, we're so blessed. Like, we live in 21st century. There's technology. There's a reason why there's technology. We have to make the most out of it. We have to maximize, use the technology we can. Use Google, YouTube, share our experience, grow, make others grow. We can't just keep ourselves. Like yesterday, I was vlogging about cancer. I know now. I mean, I knew. I have been knowing it for a while that cancer is being caused by pork. When you eat pork, God, it's a curse. God, come on, God in the Bible and the Quran said, don't eat pork. There is a reason why a lot of people don't eat pork, and a lot of people do. And there's a reason why a lot of people who eat pork, guess what? They are the ones who have cancer. I never heard anyone who says, I've been eating beef and fish and chicken, and they had cancer. Those who would have cancer would be the ones whose parents had cancer cells. And just because your parents had cancer, it doesn't mean that you will have cancer as well and you'll die. You might have cells that easily be triggered into becoming more active cells, which means you have cancer, But what is going to make that cancer cell active is the pork. So if your parents had like stage 1, stage 2, and you have also stage 1, and you eat that, you have stage 2, and then stage 3, and stage 4, and you don't treat it, and guess what? It's too late. When you have stage 4, stage 5, you're done. And guys, pork causes that, increases your chances of having cancer. It triggers them so they become more active, whatever stage you're on, So if you're stage 1, you become stage 2, and then you keep eating it stage 3. Guys, don't eat pork. There's a reason why a lot of people in Western countries are getting cancer. People in this country, I don't know anyone who got cancer who was not eating pork, who was eating beef and fish and only chicken. I don't know anyone who got cancer, guys. I'm telling you, it's a proven fact. I can tell from my own experience. Even when you go on Google and put what meat gives you cancer, it's going to say number 1 meat that gives you cancer is pork. And then it's beef and other meat. So you have to have beef in moderation as well. Beef doesn't really give you cancer, but it depends on the quality of the beef, So if you have like one beef, don't have more than one steak a day, or like one red meat. Don't have more than one beef or like a red meat a day. If you eat meat, I'm not encouraging you to eat meat, guys. If you're vegan, stay vegan. It's better for you. Vegetarian, stay vegetarian. But I'm just saying, make sure you have at least, not at least, but have one. Don't have more than one red meat. It's just kind of like, it's good cholesterol as well, but it's bad cholesterol as well. But if you don't eat the skin, you won't get the bad cholesterol. But still, like, it's heavy, guys, to process. Come on, guys, that chicken, right? Having chicken is much lighter. White meat or white fish, salmon, it's much easier than, well, salmon's a little bit harder because it's got fat, but it's still way easier than having red meat or steak, or lamb. Yeah, guys, like, make sure that you don't have more than one beef a day, one steak. Have a 12 or 1 p.m. in your afternoon. Have your biggest meal, which is steak, and have like maybe a few potatoes there. Don't have too many carbs in the afternoon because it makes you sleepy. So make sure you have good carbs as well, but don't have too many. Like, have like bulgur or like buckwheat rolls or something. Have maybe rice, But I don't recommend rice. Rice makes me, makes me sleepy, and just stays in my stomach, like in my waist, and it makes me like fat. Like, it just it just doesn't work for me, rice, guys, for now at least. So the carb source that I have right now is because I'm food intolerant, right? So for 6 months I can't have rice, wheat, or oats and all that. So I can't have oatmeal, I can't have bread, I can't have nothing, that has to do with wheat or like grains, So no grains, no bread. So the only thing I can have is carb sources, right? It's potatoes, regular potatoes, sweet potatoes. What else can I have? I can have quinoa. That's the only thing I can have. Yeah, as a carb source, that's pretty much it, guys. Potatoes, maybe yams. Yeah, I can have yams, and quinoa, and yeah, actually I can have beans as well. Beans, lentils. I can have lentils, beans, because I haven't been having these foods for a while. So when you don't eat certain food for a long time, and as frequently, your body is not tolerant to it. I've been always eating oatmeal and bread and all that, so my body became very intolerant to that, so food intolerant, because I've been having so much of it. When you keep having the same food, guys, every time whatever you have, it releases toxins in your livers and stays there. So make sure you always switch your diet, balance. When you're always eating rice, don't eat rice all the time. Change it, guys. Have change it from grains. Have lentils. Have beans. They have the most protein, guys. Black beans, red kidney beans. They have pinto. They have even more protein than pinto beans, guys. So make sure that you guys have beans and change, not just beans. Change it, guys. Don't always have rice. Rice doesn't have that many nutrients. Beans is much healthier for you. Has more protein in it. Rice doesn't have protein. It's just carbs. That's why when you eat rice, you get fat. If you eat a lot of rice, like 3-4 times a day rice, you get fat, because rice is just protein, and it's kind of like bread as well. Rice just kind of sticks in your intestine, sticks in your stomach, and you get like fat. You feel bloated. Rice bloats you, guys. I hate that. I love beans. Beans don't bloat me. It does a little bit, but it's not. My body looks better when I have beans. Like when I have rice, I just feel around my waist, and I feel more like heavy, and like I just feel heavy, guys. I just don't feel like light. I want to eat something where I feel like it's digested, and the food that makes you feel like digested is the food that high in protein. Protein digests like quick. So beans have a lot of protein and carbs as well, but it's kind of like ratio is kind of equal. Protein is like probably like 12 grams, and the carbs is like what, like maybe 18-16 grams. So they're very like the ratio is like same, like 10 to 10 or 10 to 15, So that's good, when you have protein in your meal, it makes you digest the carbs faster, That's what I realized. But, sometimes it shows that the studies show that protein slows down the absorption of carbs, right? It's true, but also it helps you to absorb it quickly, like to digest fast. When you're having just carbs on its own, the body doesn't digest. Yes, actually it does. When you're having carbs on its own, it does help digest. But if you're having always food, if you're having like a steak, right, it's protein, fat, right, and you're having rice, what happens then is the digestion becomes hard, because now you have protein, so it slows down the absorption of carb, which makes you fat, kind of, makes you retain more fat and water. So what I was doing is I was having first my protein, and I was waiting for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then I was having my carbs. That way I didn't feel bloated, and that way I was ready to go to the gym, and after my fasted cardio. And then it was just better for me, digest much faster if I'm having protein on its own, and I wait for like 30 minutes or 20 minutes and then have my carbs, because protein doesn't take that long to digest. You'll be surprised in the morning when you have fasted for like 6 to 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, guys. It only takes like 20 minutes, 25 minutes max, like for 15-20 minutes for you to digest the protein. So I have egg whites or like egg yolk. I can't have them now, but I can have quail eggs and quail. So it takes you only like 20 minutes, because you fast so much, so it takes you like 15 to 20 minutes to digest the protein, when it usually takes like 45 minutes to an hour during the day of it, and having after lunch, right? Let's say you had lunch, your second meal, then it's going to take like 45 minutes to an hour. But in the morning you fast so much, your body is like so depleted from nutrients, protein, carbs, fat, water, so it needs that, so you need to drink glass of water, 2 glasses of water at least in the morning before you have your breakfast. Have that, have 1 glass and have shower, have 2 glasses and have shower, and then get out and have maybe a little bit more, just a little bit have sips, and cook your breakfast, guys. Yeah, guys, I hope that I gave you some good tips. I'm just gonna go check the store, because I think I left my jacket here. I'm gonna check my jacket look for my billionaire jacket. Hopefully I find it. I love that billionaire jacket. It's just the billionaire logo on top, and the billionaire zippers, and this kind of like this laces, whatever. It's really nice. So hopefully, guys, fingers crossed I find it, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing later today. Stay tuned for more. Guys, this is the water I use, guys. So it's Evian. It's a French water. It comes from the French Alps, which is the French mountains. As you can see, they put a logo in there. It's really good. Like the pH is not that high. Let me show you guys. The pH is only like what, 7.2 or 7.8. You guys, can you read that? It says 7 point pH. You see that in the middle? And right in the middle, under the number 15, it says pH. But right after SiO2 9 to 17, it says pH 7 to 8, 7.8. So the pH is only 7.8, right? So it's not an 8, but it's much better for you because it has more minerals and vitamins. So minerals, guys, look, natural mineral water. What does it say? Natural mineral water. This has the most amount of minerals, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, if you look on the at the back, calcium 790, magnesium is 2040, natrium sulfate. Let me see. Bicarbonates, H2 320 to 370. I don't know, guys. Like, I've looked up online. Like, this has the. It doesn't say, there's no level of measuring the minerals, but I looked up online on Google and Wikipedia and all that stuff, so many articles, and this has 7.8 pH, which is not the highest and it's not the lowest, but this has the most, the best water, and the most healthiest water is the one that has the most amount of minerals, and Evian has the most amount of minerals, not having pH that's 7.8. Like, who cares, really? So that's what I want to show you guys. I'm just having this, and I'm just showing here, and I'm still on my way to the place. I got another one here. You guys did another Evian. So guys, always drink Evian. Don't drink other waters that are cheaper and all that stuff that have been purified and all that. Don't drink ever purified. What purified does? What purified water does is it drains you, right? So it depletes you. So it dehydrates you. It purifies. It's purified. Remember, it's not natural. This is natural French water from the Alps, from the mountains. That's different. That's natural, guys. Nature, anything that God made, was always good for you, and is always good for you. It's a proven fact. I've always been using like organic, natural. I've never had issues. There was times when I was using the non-organic and everything, and I felt like, oh shit, I feel like there's an earthquake going on in my stomach. Like, I had to go to the toilet, and I was bloated, I was congested, I just had headache, I was nauseous. Like, so it's really important, guys, what you put in your body, what food you put in your body. So don't put food that kind of harm you, that makes you feel weird, like nauseous, like you kind of makes you kind of feel sleepy, or you don't feel right, you feel like throwing up. You feel like you don't have to necessarily feel like throwing up, but when you eat something bad, like something that's not good, but you always feel it, anyways. You always feel when you had something that wasn't right, So yeah, guys, I just wanted to, you'll know your body reacts, you know what I'm saying? Because God created us with like senses, right? We have nervous system, we have the pain receptors. So when you eat something and you get a stomach ache, that means you ate something that ruins you, like that's not good for your body. So your body's trying to fight and make sure you don't die. So that's why what happens is your body fights. So that's why you have that reaction. You better have that reaction, because then you will stop, hopefully. Hey, so what's up, guys? So I did my shopping yesterday. So I went to the supermarket called Bravo. They have like a big selection, plenty of like stuff you can get, like fish, all kinds of meat, all kinds of fish, salmon, sea bass, like you can get smoked salmon. So I went to the same store that I usually go with my mom. So I bought me tomatoes. These are really bomb. Like they taste so good, and it's good with salad or like with cucumber. It's really good. Like they're so ripe, and they just have that little bit bitter taste, but it's good, kind of sweet and bitter. It just tastes like how a real tomato tastes. I got me soy milk. I like to drink that because I'm not tolerant to that, and just digest for me really well. It's good for you. That's good protein. You can see here, enjoy plant powder, source of protein, low saturated fat, unsweetened, no sugars. Guys, never trust these people. Plant protein it's not a complete protein. It is a complete protein, guys. It's a good source of protein. It's a low in saturated fat, and it's unsweetened, no sugars. You don't need that sugar spike. You need fruit, right? So I'll have like either dates, or I just have like a banana. I just forgot. I had my breakfast already, guys. Sorry, guys, I didn't vlog it, but because I'm in a rush, I have to go to doctors for my treatment for my livers, because I had surgery, right? So to kind of detox the liver. I had like beans, my usual breakfast with beans, and I had me salmon, canned salmon. And I'm gonna have this, guys, now. I'm glad I opened the fridge, because that way I can actually not forget what I want to have from this. And then I'm gonna have, I feel like I don't have enough fats in my diet. So in the morning, like when you know how to have some fats, right, to kind of calm your nervous system down, and for you not to like starve, even though I had like protein carb, I feel like I'm starving. So I'm gonna cut this, and I'm gonna have avocado. I'm gonna have this as well when I leave my house, like half. I'm not gonna have the whole thing, guys. You don't need the whole thing. Have half, and now, and half later. Because too much sugar in it. Not just too much sugar, but it's just too filling. So I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna have this after, and I'm gonna go to the doctor, and I'm gonna see you guys there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, guys? So I just came here to eat steak, and I'm with my parents now, my dad, and I ordered me pineapple juice, and I have, guess what?
ribeye steak. I haven't had this for like 2-3 months now, and it comes with like I think some sauce, mushroom sauce. I don't think I can have this because I don't know what's in the sauce. And there's some mustard in here and some lettuce. So I'm gonna enjoy this, guys. It looks so delicious. So yeah, guys. Yeah! I'm so happy, guys. Ah, thank God. I am so happy. I found my destiny, guys. I found my purpose. So go find yours. Don't believe in your parents. Listen to your dreams. Follow your dreams. Trust in God, and He will trust in you, and He'll make you more stronger than He's ever made any human being. Come on! My brothers and sisters, let's go! The future is ours. The young Americans, bodybuilders are the future of America. Bodybuilders. Bodybuilders are God's people. Bodybuilder is the health. It's the only sport that tells you to be healthy. It's the one that tells you to be wealthy, successful, believe in yourself. It's the only sport that tells you to believe in yourself. So if you believe in yourself and you exercise, guess what? You become the greatest in everything. That's why everyone needs bodybuilding, guys. Always do bodybuilding, I mean fitness, train, do weight training. It's God's sport. You'll become the most successful human being on the planet. And you'll make America the greatest it has ever been. God damn it, trust me, guys. If you guys trust God, if I have faith in God, trust in what I'm saying. Is whoever is telling me all this, giving me that comment, it's God, because I believe in God so much. He blesses me. He goes in my tongue every night. He tells me what to say. So when I sleep, sometimes I'm talking to myself, guys. I feel my tongue is moving. It's God who is putting words in my mouth and telling me what to say in the morning when I get up, how to act, what to do, what's my mission every single day. He's guiding me. So make sure you don't stop your prayers, God. Pray. Always pray. Please do it for me. Do it for you. Do it for everybody. Do it for America. Have faith in God that God will reward you with something really soon, guys. I'm gonna make sure of it. I'm gonna make sure I make America the greatest it has ever been. You have never seen America this great before. I'm gonna make sure I will make America the greatest ever it has been or seen itself reach. Trust me, guys. Trust me so God trusts you also. And you'll become the greatest country in the world. Truly. The greatest, not just the greatest. America is the greatest anyway. Not just the greatest, but the wealthiest country in the world. Stay tuned, guys. Have a great night. It's been awesome talking to you guys, sharing my life experience with you. I hope you guys see it tomorrow. And yeah, guys, that's all I want to say. Please make sure you subscribe. Please like, comment, and share. Please, I need your support, guys. Please, please, I need your support. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for watching me and supporting me. Thank you for the 21 subscribers. Thank you for the 21 subscribers. I have to be grateful. I know if I'm grateful, God willing, I'll get more. So thank you, guys, my 21 subscribers who are watching me, follow me every single day. I'm gonna bring you the best content ever. So please share my videos. Spread the word. Tell them this guy is telling you something that you guys know not. And you should watch his videos because it's very educational and it's something that no YouTuber has ever shared. No human being has ever shared what I've shared. So trust in God, trust in me, watch me, please. I'm gonna make you the greatest. I'm gonna make you the wealthiest, the most healthiest. I'm gonna prevent you from having cancer. I'm gonna save you from cancer. So please support me, please. Thank you, guys. Thank you.